I checked the server logs this morning, and it turns out that a lot of the people that are installing my Chrome extension are uninstalling it almost immediately, which obviously is a huge problem. So that's pretty much what I spent the day doing, is looking into why are people uninstalling. I got to plug some holes in this product because I have a feeling that, pretty soon this thing is going to pop off, and I want it to be as, this product to be as sealed as possible. So people install it and they use it for a long time. So a little background on the product. I've been working on it for a long time. It's an AI Chrome extension. This is day 284, plus or minus a week. And I haven't had a lot of traction yet. And I've tried launching it a few times. They were not successful at all on Hacker News or on Product Hunt, which I wasn't really banking on, but it would have been really nice just for the information that you get when you have a lot of, when you have users coming through. And by the way, if you're planning on launching on Hacker News and you're really banking on this, I would think twice about that, because the success rate of a show HN post, which is basically when you launch a product on Hacker News, which is a tech forum, if you're not familiar with what that is very low. It's like less than 0.5% of making it to the front page. So think twice about that strategy, okay? And there's ways you can make that more likely, but still, you probably don't want to bank on it, even if it's a 25% chance. But it's actually a 0.5% chance if you just go by the numbers. And these are projects that people are putting, maybe only a few days into, but up to months into. So think about that. Also, you also got to think about, is this your target market? Hacker News, right? I'm going to make a whole separate video about what I call like the Hacker News effect, which is totally affecting me, because I read this forum all the time and end up skewing my project way too much for this audience that ultimately is not even my target market. It's ridiculous. But anyway, that I kind of digressed there. I want to talk about my day. I'll tell you what I worked on today. And if that's boring, if you don't want to hear it, if you just want to hear general startup stuff, just let me know. I'm happy to tell you, stories about any products I made or whatever. But I thought I would just try this format, trying to find my flow, doing this whole vlogging thing, which I really should have started 285 days ago. In fact, at the time, I was telling myself, like, you gotta make some videos, because this is a great idea and you're gonna really wish you documented it along the way. But I didn't, so better late than never. Anyway, today, what did I work on? Well, I told you about the server logs thing. People are uninstalling this extension left and right, right when they install. Now, some people are very sticky. They use it every single day and they absolutely love it. That's one thing that keeps me going. In fact, some people who are very familiar with the space say it is the best extension in this category. And I also believe that to be true. I think it's the best by a significant margin. But guess what? Best wins awards. Distribution is super important. And distribution is something that I don't have. And I feel embarrassed to even say that, because you really want to build distribution into a product from the get-go. And it's not like I didn't know that. I've actually been in this boat before. So it's frustrating. It's like, okay, why, I feel like I have no excuse to be this far into a project and to have like very, very few users, right? It's ridiculous. But anyway, for various reasons, I'm still very optimistic for this product. I'm still very engaged, very excited for it. And I think it's going to pop off. But, it's when is it going to pop off is another question. So, yeah, fingers crossed. But speaking of what I'm doing to get there, I want to make the product a little bit more sticky, a lot more sticky, right? So back to these uninstalls I'm getting. So first of all, how do I know people are uninstalling? Well, when you make a Chrome extension, you have the option of defining an uninstall URL. So when people, right click on the thing in the browser, on your icon in the browser and click on install, it goes to the URL you specify. And then, so every time that happens, I get a little ping on Discord so I can see when people are actually uninstalling the extension. And also what I have on there is a form. And this is, the most important part, where I basically ask people like, hey, what's up? Why did you uninstall this? Is the free tier 2 limited? Was it buggy? Was the widget annoying, etc. And you can write whatever you want there as well. And that's given me some good info actually, but not everyone answers it. And And also, I don't really have enough data. I don't have enough users for those data points to be too meaningful. So it's definitely good, but it's not really sufficient. So I was digging deeper today, and I was just kind of like looking at these uninstalls. And one thing I realized was the onboarding process is not good enough, because people who are going on there they're not even using the features, or not using all the features. They're not even, using the main feature at all. And so, that's possibly a technical issue, but more than likely it's just an onboarding issue. And it's really easy to spot these problems when you're looking at someone else's product. But when you're looking at your own product, it becomes harder to see. So I have done user testing. I've actually paid people to be like, hey, like run through the product. I'm looking at the screen and everything. And that's very helpful. And I should probably do more of that. And in fact, if you want to do that, I would love to introduce my product to you like that. So hit me up if you're down for that. But where was I going with that? But yeah, user testing, the analytics. Anyway, I was digging into it today. I had some of the realizations I just mentioned. And so yeah, I'm getting closer to a solution there. But another thing I realized was a lot of the people, and this is probably the main point actually, a lot of the people who are coming to my extension are just not a good match for the extension. Some of these people are probably just looking for a one-off solution. Some of these people are, okay, so my extension is not ranking well in the web store. So for someone to actually find mine and to install it means they probably installed like a lot of other extensions. So I'm aware of that fact. And if they have 12 extensions installed, they probably have to uninstall some of them. So, mine got the X for the cut for whatever reason, which is a bummer. I don't want that at all. So that's another area in my product I have to strengthen. Like, what can I do to prevent people from uninstalling it? How can I convince people? How can I immediately wow them, immediately earn their trust, and basically make the product sticky, while also realizing that some people are just not going to resonate with the product. Some people are just not, it's not for them for whatever reason. And the other thing, back to the, why people are installing it, some people also they just want to use it for one use case and then they're out. It's like, hey, I don't do this very frequently. Let me just use it right now. And so I think that's another reason some people are uninstalling. So it's tricky. And that's another reason why when I first built this product, I didn't want to rely on SEO at all. I wanted to rely on basically paid user acquisition. This was, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that now, but things along the lines of affiliate marketing, or literally paid ads. I'm probably still going to try that. And other things where you can really, the point here being where you can really reach out and find customers and find very, very specific types of people that are really going to resonate with your product. So I was like, all right, I'm going to build a product specifically for this kind of person, and I'm going to be able to target them very specifically on various, in various ways. But first, my thinking was like, oh, I want to get an initial influx of users so I can just iron out the kinks in the product, right? So I was like, oh, I'll do a Hacker News launch. I'll hit the front page of that. I'll do a Product Hunt launch. I'll hit the front, didn't happen. So I still have yet to get that initial influx of users to really iron out a lot of well, I think the basics are kind of ironed out, but to really refine the product, make it sticky. And I haven't even worked on the, conversion from like free to paid yet, right? Because it's a freemium extension. So with so few users, like you don't have the numbers to really optimize for free to paid conversion. So that even hasn't even started yet. I'm just trying to get some users right now. So yeah. So had some realizations today. And also I launched the front page today, the new front page, which I'm going to talk about that in another video because there's a lot more to say about that. And it has to do with strategy in general, which is a big topic. That basically the concept of where are you allocating your time? And Basically, that was a strategic mistake for me because although there's a lot of value in having a solid landing page, I just went, I put way too much into it, and I ended up not even using most of what I'd made because for various reasons, which I'm not going to talk about today. Anyway, I launched that, so I felt pretty good about that, even though it was a lot of time that I probably should have devoted to other things like actually getting that initial influx of users, right? But anyway, it was a good day. I hit the sauna. Also going to be signing up for a race pretty soon, which is so important, you know, to have things going on outside of your entrepreneurial endeavor is so good and so aligning. If you sign up for, okay, I'll speak about me here. A few years ago, I was never a runner, right? But I signed up for a race, a big race. And just doing that was so aligning. Everything else in my life related to my physical well-being and everything was just so, you know, Saturday, I knew exactly what I was doing. I was doing the long run and, you know, just prepping the gear, etc., prepping the trip because it was like this long destination kind of thing. So yeah, I think it's really important to have other things going on that you're focused on that are accomplishments when you're doing your entrepreneurial thing. This is literally a marathon, and so was that, right? So yeah, looking for a race to sign up for, and what else did I do today? Hit the sauna. Maybe I already mentioned that. I'm still kind of sweating from that, so if I look shiny, that's probably part of it. But anyway, I will leave it at that for this vlog, day 240. I forget what it is. I have to look it up. But hope you're doing good, and I will talk to you soon.